have been well trained.
No.
in
You
my
don't
area.
have to
Final.
carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Chance Cube coverage of the 2018 World Championship of Star Wars Destiny. My name is Todd, and in this video we're going to be watching a battle between Luke on the left running Elite Obi-Wan and Elite Maz Kanata, and on the right we have Mike running Elite Sabine, Elite Ezra. This is going to be a battle for the ages. So both of these players we have seen on the Chance Cube stream and in previous videos now on YouTube. Both of these players doing extremely well, winning their games against some really powerful players in the game, some really good players. Both of these guys are just doing amazing in this championship. I believe that Mike is still undefeated at this point, and we should see a really good game between these players. So Luke on the left, running quite a few weapons, running the usual Force illusions and some good stuff to protect his characters. He is playing on Frozen Wastes to be able to remove one of his opponent's character dice. However, Mike's deck, the Sabine Ezra, is not really one to leave their character dice in the field while their opponent claims. So Obi-Wan is going to be looking for the Force speeds really early on to be able to get some good damage out. I do definitely know for a fact that he runs vibro knives, ancient lightsabers, quite a few stick weapons. So hopefully we'll see a few of those come into his hand and get those out, and that's going to be his strategy. Just get in there, roll some damage, use Maz to fix the dice and make it a little faster, and go from there. Mike, on the other hand, is looking for those ambush weapons, trying to get the speed out of Sabine so that he can knock his opponent right out of the park. In the previous game that we watched with Mike, the game actually went to time with all the second chances that both the players were running and the mitigation. The players just really weren't able to do damage to each other for a long time. I don't think that's going to be the case in this particular round. I think these players are definitely going to be able to do some quick damage to each other. So we see the opening handshake. We see friends in low places right up front. So we see a Lothcat, X8, holdout blaster, second chance, and darn it if I couldn't see the last card. So we'd see the Ezra roll out with the double blanks. Is Luke going to easy pickings that? He's not. He's going to ancient lightsaber on Obi-Wan Kenobi. He wants those 3 damage sides. He wants those as fast and as often as possible. I've heard of some players who try to get their weapons in their deck and build their deck so that every single one of them has super high damage sides, and it's definitely a fun way to go. So we see Obi-Wan Kenobi roll out and hit the 3-for-1, 1 melee on the Ancient and then a blank on the other Obi die. He does remember the shield from Obi-Wan's ability. Of course he does. This is day 2 of the World Championship. He's not going to forget something like that. We see Mike roll out and he hits a wicked ton of damage. What is that? 7? It could have just been 6. Yeah, it looks like it was just 6. Obi-Wan had the shield on him, so the 7 damage was done. Only 6 was actually dealt. So we see the Obi-Wan's rolling in. Without the Force speed, it definitely slows down the Obi-Wan's deck considerably without being able to resolve multiple dice using Maz's ability and doing some really cool shenanigans. But we do still have a Maz die out there, a 3-for-1, and a single melee. Maz's Vault goes down, which is going to get his players some really good resource generation. We see a discard to reroll on the X8 Sniper with a disrupt there. Nothing to disrupt on Luke's side of the table, so Mike deciding just to go ahead and pass. The Maz's Vault, meaning that both of the players are going to get 3 resources each round. Both of these players extremely experienced with this particular game. Luke had the opportunity to possibly play a second Maz's Vault, which would net 4 resources for each of these players. But Luke definitely deciding that his opponent, having that out in his field, is definitely worth it. So We do see the rollout. We see Obi-Wan Kenobi hit double threes. Let's see if Mike has the easy pickings to be able to pop that right out of his opponent's dice pool. Obi-Wan Kenobi just being able to do some really good stuff and get tons of damage, but so susceptible to easy pickings. 4 of his dice sides are matching sides. So we got 3 melee, a 3 melee for a resource, a shield, and a resource. So his dice very susceptible to that really powerful easy pickings card. But if we see that Maz roll out right now, we are definitely going to see 7 damage. He may actually just go straight for eEzra and just knock him right off the board. He has the damage to be able to do it. However, I think one of the best strategies I have seen is to go after Sabine. But then at the same time, I've played games before where I can knock eEzra right out of the game very early on, and being able to just remove his resource stealing, remove his +2s, which can be devastating, is pretty tempting. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Sabine comes for you? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be singing. We see Sabine roll out with the holdout blaster. We're going to see some wicked damage come out, I think. Ooh, there is definitely some damage on the board. And that is it. That is a dead Obi-Wan Kenobi in the beginning of round 2. Oh my goodness, that was the damage. He got the nut roll. He just got everything that he possibly could need. He got all the damage sides. Just enough to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi. What a wicked good roll, guys. All right, so we see an overwrite of the second chance on top of the XA sniper. Not sure if that was necessary, but it sure is entertaining. We see Maz roll out with an heirloom lightsaber, able to do 3 damage around now. Unfortunately, that's definitely going to be a hindrance to Luke's ability. Just seeing that second chance on the board is definitely gonna cause a little bit of pause as far as targeting his opponent. We see both running interferences on the board, so at any time Mike can go ahead and shut Luke out of a particular action for his next turn. Not a fun experience. Luckily, running interference, having the errata does make it a 1 use per game, very similar to hyperspace jump or Imperial inspection. Imperial inspection not getting played anymore, but both of the yellow hero cards that were errated to only be 1 use per game per card. Still in there, still seeing play, still being very powerful. So Mike claiming the battlefield. Luke on the left here. Losing Obi-Wan that early on in the game is just absolutely devastating. The old adage that Sabine does Sabine things is definitely in this particular case. I know I mentioned in Mike's previous video an idea to redo Sabine's ability, and it would definitely shut down all of this stuff, but I don't know if she'd really be playable anymore, to be honest, if we did that. So unfortunately for both of these players, Mike not getting what he wants on the damage sides on those, but I think he did get the never tell me the odds, and so his opponent couldn't play a card, but he ends up claiming the battlefield, which was the only option that he had other than just letting his character die. And so Frozen Waste really coming in clutch for him to be able to help keep Maz alive for a little bit longer. But I think Mike is just going to discard to reroll. He's trying to get that damage. His opponent cannot remove any dice no matter what. So if he can get that just 1 damage side on either one of those dice, or I think he needs the +2, and he gets 1, and he has 1 card left in hand, he's just going to take it. So he's going to steal a resource, and then he's going to do 7 damage to Maz. So Maz sitting at 1 health left. All he needs is a Sabine activation and to hit any damage at all. At this point, I would be tempted to overwrite the second chance with another weapon, just to increase my odds of getting some money and some getting some damage out there and just taking Maz out. You just need 1 damage. Unfortunately, a lot of the ambush weapons not having a ton of base damage sides. Holdout Blaster has 2. DL-44 has 2. Hidden Blaster only has 1. actually. So we see the Maz focus to the 3, and then claims a shield, trying to stay alive with the 2 health remaining if she keeps that shield. Mike still being able to just roll in, and if he hits it lucky like he did against that Obi-Wan, that's just game. So once again, Sabine doing the Sabine things that we all so fear and loathe here in Minnesota. All right, Mike deciding what he wants to do. I'm sure he's probably tempted, as well as I would be, to play a blaster from your hand, activate, overwrite your second chance with another one. Oh, okay, so here we go. Here we go. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Come on, you know you want to. All right, so what he does is he overwrites the DL44 with another DL44, and then plays an X8 from his discard pile and hits the damage, and that's it. Just like that. Just like that, he hits the damage. 6 damage on his Sabine dice, or 5 or 6 damage on the Sabine and the DL44. Congratulations to both of these players. Doing excellent, making it to day 2 of the World Championship, getting some really cool swag for doing as well as they did. And congratulations to everyone who was able to make it. Everyone, thank you so much for watching these videos from the Chance Cube, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon.